Доброе утро! Добро пожаловать на мой канал. Hello and welcome back to Russian with Nastya. Прошу прощения за опоздание. Sorry for the delay. Итак, today we are going to talk about letters U or E after the letter C. So, E or U, E or U after C. E or U after C. E, U after C. So which one should we use, E or U? Like in the word Цыплёнок, from the title, there, what is the rule there? What should we use, E or U after C? I will explain you today. So, after the C letter, when do we use U? So, letter U after C. Okay, and here we will have E, and here we will have E after C. E after C. U and E. U after C, and we will see when we use it, and E after C. So after C, letter E is written only in the endings and suffix un. So U after C is written only in the endings, in the endings, in the endings, in the endings we will have U, and in suffix un, suffix un. So when we will have this suffix, we will use U here or in the ending of a word. In the rest of cases, we will use E. And let's look let's look at some examples. So let's begin with E. In the root of the word. In the root of the word. In the root. In the root of the word. So, like in the word цифра, давайте напишем цифра, цифра, цифра. Although we hear U, цифра, we will write E because it is not located in the ending and the suffix is not un. Цифра we will write with E. Цифра, цифра. Or another example is цивилизация, civilization. Цивилизация, цивилизация, цивилизация. Here E as well. And also we will write E in the endings tia. But we will talk about this later. So here we have ci in the root of the word. Цифра, цивилизация, civilization, цивилизация. Although we hear I, we have to write E because it is in the root of the word. It is located in the root of the word. Цивилизация. Дальше следующее слово циклон. Циклон. Cyclone. Cyclone, again, in the root of the word, cyclone. And in English, cyclone is cyclone.
Cyclone.
Cyclone. Okay. So, cyclone. Дальше, next example is вакцина. 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 The same here. Ци. Вакцина. Мы слышим и, we hear и, but we will write и here. Вакцина. Or революция. 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 With E. Революция. We have ция. Революция. Also, we write E in the suffixes of the foreign words. Suffixes of foreign words. Words. Like, for example, медицина. Medicine. Медицина. 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 Foreign word. Медицина. Медицина. Or организация. Organization. Организация. Organization. Организация. Or one more example is publicist. Publisher in English. Publicist. Publicist is a publisher. Publicist. Now let's talk about after C. After C. Так, возьмем черный фломастер. In the ending of nouns and adjectives. In the endings of nouns and adjectives. Nouns, adjectives. Давайте напишем. Let's write an example down. Например, огурцы. Cucumbers. Огурцы. In the endings of nouns and adjectives. Огурцы. Here we will have Огурцы, cucumbers. Огурцы. Or столицы. Столицы is a plural for a capital of a country, and capitals. For example, European capitals. Столица. Or adjective бледнолицый. Бледнолицый is pale-faced. Someone with a pale skin, pale face. Бледно is pale, and лицей from the word лицо, face. So pale-faced, literally. But a person with a pale skin. Бледнолицый. And here the ending is «ы», so it's about men. It's masculine. Feminine would be бледнолицая. Очень хорошо. Продолжим. What else? Пальцы. Fingers. Пальцы. Пальцы are fingers. Пальцы. Again, the same situation here. In the endings of nouns and adjectives, we'll write «ы». Пальцы, fingers. Ножницы, scissors. Ножницы, scissors to cut something. Ножницы. Ножницы, scissors. Ножницы. Добрый вечер, Энтони. Ножницы. Отлично. Ножницы are scissors. Так, отцы, plural for отец. Отец is father, отцы are fathers. Отцы, okay. Отцы, fathers. Отцы, fathers. Here is the stress. Отцы, беженцы, refugees. Беженцы. Беженцы, refugees. Беженцы, refugees. Беженцы. Okay, let's repeat these rules, and then we are going to talk about exceptions. When exceptions, when we have a rule, but we do not follow it. And we have some words in Russian language that we don't write them according to these rules. I will show you those words. So, E or I after C letter. Why we have this issue? Because in almost all the cases, we hear I, but we have to write E. When do we write E? Let's begin with E. E after C in the root, like цифра. Цифра is a number. Цифра in the root. Цивилизация, civilization. Циклон, cyclone, right? Вакцина, vaccine. Революция, revolution. Suffixes or foreign words. Медицина, foreign word. Организация, organization. Публицист, publisher. And we will write I after C in the endings of nouns and adjectives, or when we have suffix in, like огурцы, столицы, бледнолицый, пальцы, fingers, ножницы, scissors, отцы, fathers, and беженцы. Беженцы are refugees. Now let's look at the exceptions. I didn't write any words with suffix in because these words are not so common, so we will not really need them. But if you want to see them, you can Google them. Итак, now let's talk about exceptions. Exceptions, like in the title, we have цыплёнок. Цыплёнок. So according to a rule, цыплёнок, according to a rule, we have to write with E. So we have цыплёнок. 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 Yo is always stressed. And цыплёнок with E. Цыплёнок. 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 So according to the rule, we would write C here, right? Because it is located in the root of the word. We have to write E here according to the rule. But because this is an exception, we will have E here. Цыплёнок. You have just to memorize that. To memorize this word and a few other words that are exceptions, we have a short sentence in Russian language. We learned at school, in order to memorize which words we write with U. And the sentence is «Цыган на цыпочках подошел к цыпленку». Давайте напишем цыган. Again, цыган is a gypsy, masculine. Again, according to the rule, we have to write E here, but this is an exception. So цыган на цыпочках, на цыпочках. Again, we have to write E here according to the rule, but this is an exception too. So you have to memorize this phrase to memorize all the words that are exceptions. Like, so, цыган на цыпочках подошел к, and our word, цыпленку. Цыпленку. So in school, we learn this phrase to memorize these words that are exceptions. Цыган на цыпочках подошел к цыпленку. A gypsy на цыпочках, on tiptoe. Here, according to the rule, we have to write E2, but this is an exception. На цыпочках means on tiptoe. Цыган на цыпочках подошел к цыпленку. A gypsy on tiptoe подошел, approached a chicken, к цыпленку. Цыган на цыпочках подошел к цыпленку. If you will memorize this phrase, you will know that цыган we write with «ы», although the rule is saying that we have to write it with «и», but this is an exception. На цыпочках, again, on tiptoe, we write with «ы» too. This is an exception. Подошел к цыпленку. And цыпленок, the correct way to write it is with «ы» letter, because this is an exception. Цыган на цыпочках подошел к цыпленку. Okay, now let's write some other words that are exceptions too, like the word that ends in Sia and C. Sia, and C ending. We will always, all these words with these endings, we will write with E. Например, цивилизация, now I'm talking about the ending, because we already discussed in the root, we write E. This is the rule. Цивилизация. Yeah, but also here we will write with E too, because we have this rule that Cia, the words that end in Cia, we'll write them with E. Цивилизация, like civilization, and we had this word in the rule about roots, but here we have this ending. When we have this ending, write it with E. Цивилизация, civilization, традиция, tradition, традиция, again, we have this ending cia here. Традиция is a tradition. And we will write it with E2 because it is in the ending cia. Традиция. And with C, we have the most common word that I could find is calcium. Calcium. And calcium is calcium. Calcium. So the ending here is C. And in this ending, although according to the rule in the endings of adjective and nouns, we have to write «ы», we will write «и» here because the ending is «c». Calcium is calcium. And I think that's all for this lesson. Все на сегодня. Спасибо за внимание. So, memorize this phrase. Цыган на цыпочках подошел к цыпленку, because we have three exceptions here. Цыган, gypsy, we write with «ы» after «ц». This is an exception. На цыпочках on tiptoe, we write with «ы» too. And цыплёнок, like in the title. Цыплёнок is a chicken, and we write it with «ы». Although according to the rule we have to write E, but this is an exception, да? Спасибо большое за внимание. Thank you for being here with me. Увидимся с вами через пару минут. See you in a few minutes or less. We will test your genitive case. We will have a quick test to check your genitive case knowledge. That's all. Спасибо. Целую вас. Пока. Чмоки-чмоки.